Do you love old cars and trucks? Join us on Bring 'em Back to Life, where we search the salvage yards and backyards of America to find that gold mine of a parts car or that restorable gem in the rough. Come with us down memory lane as we elevate the status of our salvage yards to outdoor museums of automotive history.
Hello, my name's Steve Bell.
And who's your mascot here, Steve?
Oh, that's Gray Dog.
And what's the story behind this beautiful old coupe here?
This car was restored. It's a flathead V8 with a 3-speed. Got a plaque here that this shows how it started and what's what on it and what they did. It was pretty much a piece of rust when they found it, and they did the restoration on it.
Well, and Steve, that's what this show is about. It's called Bring 'em Back to Life, and you find stuff like that and make stuff like this out of it.
Right, right.
Thank you for offering to show us some of your cars.
I had an uncle that told me one day, he says, he kept every old pickup he had, and you know, he'd buy a new one every 3 years, and he'd always put them in a barn, and some of them had 20,000 miles on them. And
I had all mine.
he told me one day, he said, we need to save some of these for the young'uns. That's what he said.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I've been doing. This one took me 8 years to restore.
Now, what year Dodge is this?
This is a 38.
38.
Warm spring floor, like today it's like cold spring floor.
They were pretty simple. People weren't as big as we are nowadays back then.
True. Yeah. Representing your business too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
These four right here, they all run. They're run, they are street legal, ready to go. We have a 1969 Toyota Land Cruiser. It's a great little truck. It has brand new fuel tank, just installed. It has seats ready to go in it. We don't have the seats in it yet, but the seats are ready to go. Basically, it's cool.
So how many people know that Toyotas have been coming here that long?
Exactly, and they've been coming here longer than that even.
Right.
So, but it's a cool little truck.
Yes.
This 1958 Ford F-250, but body straight.
And pretty close to rust-free.
1967 Tempest.
A cheap man's GTO.
Yes.
With the 326.
I don't think it has a 326. Actually, I think they changed the motor. Let me look real quick. '76 Chevy Blazer K5, and that one's actually in really good condition. Pretty nice inside. It's been fairly well maintained.
Wow, I'll say this interior is nice. It's beautiful.
So.
I mean, it's not perfect original, but
No.
really, really nice.
No.
And it's the custom deluxe version.
Yes, it is. This would make a really good project for somebody. I mean, because it doesn't really need a lot.
Right.
It has some paint. It would actually be pretty dang nice. The Tempest needs a little bit more work, but it runs great.
This is the famed La Bamba right here.
La Bamba.
One of those great big old boats. It's a 1968 Chevy Impala that we're going to paint black, and we're going to maybe darken the windows a little bit and so on and so forth. It's all the badging's been taken off of it already before I got it, and it runs good. It's a 52,000 original New Mexico car.
Does it still have the 327?
Yes. So it's all original, it has factory air, which we almost gotta have that here where we live.
Yes. Yes. Understood. My wife and I have been buying and collecting 56 Chevys for 49 years.
Oh, really?
And in Connecticut, we have not owned one with AC.
Oh, really? Really? Wow.
One
Well,
of
you
the-
don't need them up there, do you?
It's a few days would be nice, but
Yeah. The chassis is completed. It's where you're down to body work on it. It's a 38 Chevy sedan delivery. We've got a Jaguar rear end in it with disc brakes, dual coilovers on both sides. It's got an old Rocket 350 motor and the Olds transmission. Disc brakes on the front. This is a project, another project.
full fenders on this year. What year did you say?
It's a 38.
38.
And the headlights are, well, here's one of them right here. See how long they are? Yeah.
Right. So 38 had the full fender, 39 had the piece that went down on the inner side.
Well, they put the headlights inside the fenders is what they did on the next model.
Yeah.
They call them fat fenders, I think.
Yeah. Oh, they make such cool hot rods.
Yeah. This one I bought in Texas out of a field.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Paid way too much for it.
Well, how many of them were made versus how many of them are left?
That's true. They only made 600 to start with.
Well,
So,
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the tour.
The 55 handyman wagon.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Or is it a delivery?
Well,
I didn't.
the hood and fenders
I
are
think
here.
it looks like a ride wagon,
The
don't you?
rest of that, again, the chassis is done on that. We've already got the Ford rear end in it, and new coil springs on the front. Disc brakes have been, we added.
No, it's a delivery. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got into deliveries there at one time, but
Oh, the wheels have been radius for the drag tires.
I've got all the original interior for it. Some seats are not real bad.
Well, that's a nice seat. Considering the deliveries
Right.
only came with a bucket seat.
Oh, did they?
They only came with one bucket seat for the driver. And if you wanted another seat for a passenger, you had to buy it and then mount it on the other side.
Huh.
Yeah, this seat is probably from a larger Impala, a newer car.
Yeah? Huh, I thought it was original.
There was somebody's hot rod before,
Right.
and you could tell it was a delivery. It doesn't have the stainless around the windshield rubber molding.
Right.
Only 210s and
You
Bel
know
Airs.
more about it than I do,
Well,
don't you?
55 and 6, my wife and I have been driving for 50 years, and we own every model they made.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No
we
kidding.
love this era.
Wow.
But I love all old cars that are nice.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Disc brakes, rack and pinion steering. We got all new springs, bushings. All of this has been rebuilt.
Right.
And what we were doing now was, I've got a 454. And see how they caved this in already?
Yes.
And that's for that offset head they have.
Right.
But we haven't got the motor in. These are just sitting there. They're not, you know,
Right.
they're not permanent. But now we got to fit the motor.
Now, is that a Mustang rack?
Yes.
Right, okay. That's just
Mustang
very
too.
common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mustang too.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him until
This frame has been strengthened.
my wife.
Those plates down through, those are strengthened plates. These.
Right.
I don't have no one come. And you know what?
So somebody wanted the, and it's got the special bracket down underneath the for the, you drop the oil pan down with
Right.
with that rack.
Right. Yeah, and I think we had a clearance problem on the pan right here.
That's quite common.
And we were gonna cut this on both sides and just tweak it down a little bit. And I think it'll work fine, but that's yet to be seen.
So this is the stuff you've been talking about working on the convertible.
Yes, Duraglass. This stuff is as good as gold. And yes, for you at home in the camera, this is not a mixing stick. It's all I had to make do for the time being. As you can see, the blue stuff is hardener. We're going to put the hardener inside, and the hardener is what activates it. You can watch the blue mix into it. It'll turn it a little darker color. What that does is activate the chemical to bond together, which makes it hot and then makes it form, which starts to harden. I prefer to use old cardboard. Some people use a mixing board. You can reuse it and scrape it and clean it, but cardboard, when you're done, you just throw it away and go to the next piece. Well, looks like we're pretty well mixed up here.
I'll follow you and show what you do.
Well, let's go make it happen. So this stuff's always to be used at room temperature. Never too cold, never too hot. Once you mix it up, you only have so long to put it on.
And right now it's the end of June in Connecticut, and it's a perfect early summer day.
Just see, we're going to try to evenly put it on. Takes a little while before it covers. The good thing is you don't have to be too picky, because sure enough, you got to sand all this back off. This is actually a fiber hair Duraglass. What makes this stuff so special is it has fiber hairs inside of it, which strand together and bond really, really, really tight. It's preferred by most body men. This is almost like an art. As you can tell, it's starting to get sticky and hard, which means I'm running out of time. I'll try to do little seams over here. As you can tell, I'm skimming some of the hardened Bondo off the top so we can make it work. Alright guys, bedtime. Yeah, sorry you guys are home. We got kids. This is a family garage.
But you also have an 11-year-old that's out here wrenching with you a lot.
Yes, he has a bigger passion. I think his passion for these old cars are as big as my buddy Dennis over there, the camera guy you guys can't see. The one doing all the narrating. He loves these cars as much, if not maybe more. You guys kids, when you were kids, I'm sure you had a dream. Well, my son's one of the next big car enthusiasts. And yes, don't worry, we will put him on camera soon enough. Now, so you know, this is all going to have to be redone again. Once we sand it, put it on again, block it, sand it. It's a painful process, but this is what we have to do to make it nice.
Well, there aren't too many 11-year-olds today that can do a complete brake job on a modern car, right?
This is true.
And Caleb's done it.
I think he's got me beat. My first brake job was 14. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm filling in all the little imperfections because this can all be sanded off. So no matter what I do here, it can be redone once it is hardened. We'll show you after it's all done and hardened in another episode how we sand all this down.
And like you said in an earlier shoot, no Bondo in a door jamb. But this is Duraglass.
Duraglass. And why, it's a good point you said that, is that Bondo will crack. And not that Duraglass cannot crack, but the chances of it cracking versus Bondo are night and day. As your Bondo is about $25 a gallon, Duraglass is over $150 a gallon. That's US, I don't know how much Canada charges, but if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to build up where the seams are, because when we sand it down, we'll know where our high and low spots are. Remember, guys, this is bringing back to life. All you people that think, well, he's buying a new quarter panel, we could have. We can't afford a new quarter panel, so we're doing the best we can with what we have. We make it work, and that's the whole point of this show. It's not a big dollar budget. As you can tell, we're in my backyard in my own garage.
But when the time comes, it will get painted in a paint booth.
Yes, it will be done professionally by myself. We had saw a car at Barrett Jackson that was probably $150,000 show car, and its body lines were actually not even as good as ours that we made here in my backyard. And that car, I don't know how much it sold for, but it wasn't very cheap. It went for very, very big money. So we take pride in what we do, and that's why we do it. As you folks see, I'm covered. Try to wear gloves because you just get all dirty and it just makes a really sticky, bad day, but I've been doing it for so long, I try to make it work. So I think we're going to wrap up this part of the Duraglass, and next time you'll catch me sanding. Until then, thank you for joining us at Bring 'Em Back to Life.